Like most things in real estate, a great grocery-anchored center starts with location. This does not mean the same thing in every market, however. Beyond location, a great grocery-anchored center requires a well-operated grocer. All grocers provide a core offering. Market-leading grocer typically tailors its offering to the customer that lives and works closest to that center. Once we have a solid grocer as our partner, we look for complementary mix of retail offerings that match the local consumer needs. This includes categories such as apparel and bedding to hard goods retailers that sell sporting goods, electronics, and furniture. And then you move on to local restaurants, medical uses, so doctor and dental offices and urgent care places, pet stores, pharmacies, and banks. The right mix of these uses work in concert to reinforce an efficient and productive consumer shopping experience. They make for a grocery-anchored shopping center that is responsive to the local shopping needs. Grocery-anchored centers play a vital role in the communities they serve. Consumer may go to the mall once or twice a month, but the same consumer may make multiple trips to their local grocery-anchored center each week. They provide a variety of retail jobs. In our Kingsdale Center, there are over 300 retail jobs in the grocery store alone, not to mention the jobs at the additional retailers and the service jobs that support the center. The centers also form a major part of the local tax base, with tax revenue going to fund municipal and school system needs.
Each year we invite our neighbors in the community for holiday events, such as trick-or-treating at the property. These events invite local residents and regular customers of the property in and allows them to share their family with those retailers that they frequent on a regular basis. We also invite the municipal resources, such as the police and fire departments, to participate in these events, providing further involvement and support to our surrounding communities.
Grocery-anchored shopping centers are investments that uplift communities through partnerships with retailers, municipalities, and consumers. Aimed at improving the quality of life, centers are ideal investment opportunities for all involved.
The more thoughtfully a shopping center owner targets users who fulfill the needs of the specific community in which an asset resides, the better the retailers perform and the healthier the return is to the investors. We do pay attention very closely to what's happening in our communities and how we can best cultivate success for our grocers and our small shop retailers. For example, many of our retailers re-sign long-term commitments upon their natural lease expirations, a clear indication to us that our efforts are targeted correctly. Their long-term presence in our shopping centers creates an anchorage in the community, and their long-term commitments allow for a safe and reliable income stream to the investors. ECHO cultivates relationships with the municipal governments and residents of our communities, our grocers, and our shop tenants by listening first. Understanding their goals and needs enables ECHO to be more responsive and nimble in creating environments where they each can thrive. We gain our constituents' trust and confidence by listening to their goals first and demonstrating our best efforts to provide results that satisfy all while still ensuring the safety and convenience they all seek.
Shopping centers anchored by a grocery store are designed for convenience and to be town gatherings. The goal is to provide a sense of community while also providing a sense of safety. But we have to have convenient parking and convenient access. And the thought is when patrons don't have to think about navigating that center, they're more likely to spend more time and return to that center.
Developer partners like ECHO play their part by creating attractive, sustainable, multifaceted destinations where people can live, work, play, and accomplish numerous daily tasks. Once these dynamic centers are established, perhaps the most meaningful value a partner like ECHO can deliver is to continually demonstrate a commitment to maintaining and evolving their sites as they grow with the communities they are serving. ECHO is an example of a developer who understands this commitment, and we're thankful to have them as a longtime partner of Giant Eagle. Giant Eagle is a multi-format food, fuel, and pharmacy retailer with more than 200 supermarkets and 250 fuel and convenience stores across 5 states, including Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, West Virginia, and Maryland. We strive to provide our guests with the freshest foods, best service, most reliable everyday value, and personalized savings through our popular My Perks loyalty program. We at Giant Eagle are also fiercely committed to giving back to the communities we serve, with a focus on helping solve food insecurity, operating a sustainable business, creating a diverse, equitable, and inclusive environment, and always prioritizing the safety of our guests, team members, and neighborhoods.
Grocery-anchored shopping centers can be an integral part of the communities they serve through thoughtful partnerships with all constituents. ECHO Realty is one of the country's premier privately held owner-operators of grocery-anchored shopping centers. As a full-service owner-operator of grocery-anchored real estate, Echo Realty is fluent in all aspects of retail real estate.
For over 20 years, two of the central pillars of Echo's real estate investing are a focus on tax-efficient cash flow and value appreciation measured over the investment time horizon. Echo takes a very long-term view when it comes to these metrics. While many of our public peers tend to manage quarterly results, Echo focuses on whether our centers will generate increasing cash flow over a period of years or even decades. We further evolved to understand how to use data to provide a better customer experience, where customers are coming from, what our trade areas are, and how long it takes customers to get from their home or place of business to our centers. We can also tell how long a customer spends in each retailer, and that allows us to fine-tune our offerings in each center.
Echo's reputation as a top operator of best-in-class grocery-anchored shopping centers has opened many doors for us in tenant relationships. Top down, we're a relationship-driven organization. We constantly engage in productive discussions with our current tenants, focusing on their health and performance, and with our prospective tenants, focusing on how we can work together to include them in our portfolio. Our sole focus on grocery-anchored shopping centers gives these retailers a high degree of confidence that we'll provide an environment geared toward their success.
Echo believes in treating all partners, from investors to employees to retailers and especially customers, prioritizing properties that are an integral part of everyday life and anchored by the stability of grocery. Echo Realty is a dynamic leader and unparalleled expert.
Many times we'll have several leases with the same tenant across several properties, such as Chipotle or Starbucks or TJX brands. This is because these brands like to be co-tenanted with our grocery brands. This also allows for successful cohabitants within the property that build traffic and sales off of each other and cross-shopping across complementary uses.
Our vision for the future involves continued expansion east of the Mississippi, focusing on best-in-class grocery centers and select demographics. Our mission is to provide best-in-class grocery-anchored shopping center destinations that fulfill local needs and form an integral part of the communities in which they are located.
To find out more, visit echorealty.com.